Hey guys, Scott Adams here again. So I'm sure you guys know, VAMP merchant threshold went down to 1.5 last week. So it's definitely causing some more problems. We're hearing a lot more pressure from acquirers to get their rates low, and thus, of course, of their merchants. So one of the main questions we're hearing though is, wait, is it the acquirer or is it the merchant? Because up until now, a lot of the focus has been around the acquirer, making sure that their rates are below 0.5, which then put pressure on the merchant. Now, this 1.5%, that's just the merchant. So your processor could have 0 VAMP. But if you're at 1.5, they target you. So you're getting direct fines via your acquirer, but Visa noticed you and you need to make sure those rates get down. That can be difficult because remember, if you've not dealt with this yet, your VAMP rate is your chargebacks plus your TC40s. And one of the best ways to lower those VAMP rates are to go, like before RDR, because remember RDR doesn't really count, right? It does, but it only lowers your chargebacks. It doesn't lower your TC40. So where we focus would be around deflections. So things like order insight, compelling evidence, first-party trust, consumer clarity, MasterCard smart subscriptions, and these kind of things. We also do some pre-auth to help with that, right? So anything that's before the dispute and ideally outside of the networks will help with your VAMP rate. So, I would say probably the other big question we keep getting is around things like 3D Secure. Merchants are looking for more and more solutions. And, we're exploring a lot of different ones. Now, 3D Secure can help. One of the things that people forget, though, is that you have to have your gateway set up correctly, your service that you're using, and there's a lot of options to it. So you've got to optimize it. It can help, but it's just one layer. It's definitely not the full solution. Again, I think the best thing is deflections. And then, of course, optimizing your order pages, sales pages, making sure you're clear. Everything's easy to understand. That, I always like to say, show your mom your order page. Would she understand it? Right? Make sure it's super clear, because that's where a lot of confusion happens and thus gets people confused and thus causes chargebacks and TC40s, which jack up your VAMP rate.